Imagine you're a person from some European country. You want to escape all that snow and experience some warm climate. But if you visit North India during winter, guess what? You'll end up in the same snow. So today I'm going to help you understand to visit which part of India in which season. Hello my fellow travelers, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to start a new series called Traveling in India. I hope you're all excited. I am excited too. Let's start. As travelers, you all know that before we visit any place, we just have to understand the climatical conditions and the seasons before we plan our trip there. So, if you're planning a trip to India, first you need to understand the climatic conditions because India is a subcontinent. It is no less than a continent. It's quite huge, the area is huge. We have various landscapes. For example, in the north we have the Himalayas. Those are the mountain ranges. And in the south we have hills, the Deccan Plateau region. And in the west we have deserts. And yeah, coming to the seasons part, we broadly have three seasons. Okay, the summers, the monsoons or the rainy season that we usually call it here, and the winters. So don't expect anything too extreme over here in India. Everything is very moderate and I really like that kind of temperature because we don't have extreme cold, biting cold winters, or either we don't have too hot or humid climate. Of course, if you go in detail to each and every region and if you try to find out certain things, of course you have extreme temperatures like, for example, in the north, in some regions we do have 0 degrees temperature, and in the southern part we do have up to 40 to 45 degrees centigrade. That's a different story. I'm just talking about the general average temperature. It ranges from around, say, 20 to around 35. I'm just telling the on an average. Okay, it vastly varies with north and south and west and east because, as I said, it's quite a large place and you don't have sufficient time to visit all the places in India in that given little time. You need to have several visits in order to purely understand our culture, our tradition, or really experience what India is. The ideal months to visit India would be somewhere between October to December, ideal, or October to February, for example, because the temperatures are quite moderate. There's pleasant weather and there are no rains or it's not too humid. You can really have good climatic conditions and good travel conditions, and many places are, like the tourist seasonal places during that time. But you do have specific destinations for specific seasons. For example, if I would like to say, do not visit South India during summers. You are going to die. Trust me, because it's very hot. It's an off season during summers in the southern part because temperatures range up to 45. It's quite humid and everything is almost closed. Even the locals won't go outside, especially in the complete southern regions like Kerala and Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu, certain places like that. It's quite hot. In the central area and the northern area, it's good. So the ideal time to visit during summer, that is summer for us, is somewhere between March to May. So March to May, that's our summer season, and you can expect a little cooler temperature in the northern part. So ideally you can visit the Himachal Pradesh or the northeast place or something like that. Okay, so you can have more fun over there. But if you accidentally come to the southern part, trust me, you're gonna have a nightmare. Okay, even we locals, we don't prefer going outside from our houses during summer. It's quite hot. And while coming to the winter part, if you go to the northern area, winters often you have snow in many of the regions. Okay, in northeast or even Himachal, Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir, completely is filled with snow. If you are expecting something very warmer or you want to have good time, do come to the southern parts or the western parts during winter. So you will have quite a good time, and it's a seasonal time. Everything is open, there are lots of shopping area, there's a lot of festive kind of season in the southern areas in winters. And even in the western regions, because as I said before, western region we have deserts over there, so ideal, it's good for you to visit western India, that's Rajasthan and Gujarat, or those desert areas. Very good culture, different experience altogether that you have. You can either visit in monsoons or else in winters, but not in summers. Don't even dream of going there. Another point that I would like to mention is the northeast. Least explored place in India. Even many of the Indians haven't visited northeast, but it's beautiful, it's scenic, and the people are very sweet over there, and you have such spectacular landscapes that you don't get to have anywhere else. And you have Ghat section, you have hills, you can just go everywhere around, and a massive change, a paradigm in the culture, because as I said, North India's culture is quite different, Southern India, South India's culture is different, West India and East India, they are completely different. So what I suggest is break your plans, break your trips into many parts, so that you get to have that kind of rich experience in each of the countries. Don't think India is just a nutshell. No, it's impossible to put India in a nutshell, because we're all very different and our cultures are quite distinct from each other. And what I, as a traveler, observed is most of the foreigners, if they say India, any traveler, they just go to Varanasi, Kerala, Pondicherry, or Taj Mahal at max. But there are plenty of places that you can go, you can have fun, and there are something that you can see, like monuments or historical heritage places, or the culture itself, or the food, or the climate, or even for example Karnataka, if you take, there are quite beautiful landscapes over there. It's a lot of greenery, you have sanctuaries over there, and you have kingships, like kingdoms, the heritage, the history over there that you can see. If you come to Telangana, you have like many old monuments that you can witness, like how the kings used to live, the palaces. Of course, I'm from Telangana, so my region is not very famous. I don't know for what reason, but we have fantastic places to do visit here, especially to my state, that is Telangana state. I do come from Telangana. There are many monuments that you can see. We do have a rich history, we do have rich culture, we have many places that even we Indians, many of them don't know what is there in Telangana, but we do have a lot of historic monuments over here, and we do have a lot of natural beauty. Asia's second most beautiful lake, Paka Lake, is over here, but nobody knows. Ancient early man, the graves are here, nobody knows. And something like a mini Niagara Fall is here, nobody knows. There are so many places in India that we often tend to forget to visit. So it's my humble request to everybody, even Indians or foreigners, to please put aside the routine travel destinations that you have, and do come and visit different places to have different experience altogether. Coming to beaches, usually the Westerners think they go to beach during summer, but here in India there is a special thing. We go to beach during winter because summer it's quite hot. We just cannot tolerate the hot climatical condition outside, that we'll have sunburn and we'll be tanned, and so many side effects that nobody even imagines or dreams to go to a beach during summer. So the ideal time to visit places like Goa or Pondicherry or any coastal region in the southern part is during the winters. So do come and visit during October to February, I can say, ideally. Again, March it starts to be very hot and you really cannot enjoy much in the beaches. So that's quite of a twist in Indian tourism. If you are a person who loves monsoons, who want to experience rain, you can ideally visit the northeast part or the central part of India, or extreme south like Kerala during monsoons, because you have a good monsoon season over there. You have a lot of greenery, and there's ideally a lot of rain that you can experience, and the season is good. Of course, travel will be a little hectic to go here and there because of the blockage of roads or whatever. If you just can plan your travel well, or book a hotel or book a cab from your hotel instead of using public transport only during monsoon. The rest of the season you can definitely use the public transport, but what I mean to say, during monsoon, hire your own vehicle, is because you can just board the vehicle right in front of your hotel. Because if you want to go to a public transport and it's raining, you just cannot even imagine to walk, because it will be kind of not very convenient. I hope you understand that. So if you're a person who loves rain, you can visit northeast, especially places like Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, or Kerala, or Karnataka even, to enjoy that rain kind of experience. And if you like snow, a person who likes snow, you want to visit, experience snow in India. So you can visit the northern part during the winters to experience snow. The last detail that I want to give for today is the hottest month that we have in India, any part of India, is May, and the coldest month that we have throughout the year is December. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and you got lots of valuable information. I did my best to provide you the right information so that you have hassle-free travel, and I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in India very soon. Do explore us. Do explore our culture, our tradition, and our diversity. I love you all. Thank you so much for your support all this while, and I'll see you in the next video. Please do like our video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, comment, and if you have any questions, please do comment. We will try our best to answer your questions, and share this video with your friends, and I'll see you in India. Please subscribe the channel. I love you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.